In 2030, the world has no darkness. Silence was executed by 24/7 data streams. You no longer own your mind. It is now fragmented and sold. Look at the eyes of the city. They are wide open but blind, drowned in a sea of flickering code and relentless glowing neon advertisements. Every thought is a commodity. Every second of your attention is mined like gold, leaving the soul hollowed out by the weight of the algorithms. In the shadows of Neo-Tokyo, a beggar swipes a cracked screen, looking for a ghost of a connection in a world that never sleeps. The neural links blink like red eyes on the back of every neck, whispering data into the brain, never allowing a moment of true peace. We are ghosts in a machine, moving through a digital fog that has replaced the air. The silence is gone, replaced by a permanent scream. The advertisements spin in a hypnotic dance, catching every gaze, leading the mind away from the self and into the void of the market. Even the simple things, like a cup of coffee, vibrate with the mechanical tension of a world that is always on, always watching you. You are no longer the master of your own focus. Your presence is a product, packaged and sold to the highest bidder in the metaverse. Elias was once a creator of these chains. He built the algorithms that keep the world awake, but now he seeks a different path. In a room hidden from the grid, he works with the tactile reality of brass and oil, though far away from the cold reach of data. Each gear he touches is a rebellion. Each click of metal is a reminder that there is a world beyond the digital veil of light. He has become a thief. He hunts for the blind spots of the metaverse, where the signals fail and the soul can finally breathe. His steps are heavy with the weight of the truth. He walks the physical world, feeling the grit of the earth beneath his worn boots. He is searching for the most expensive asset in existence, pure presence. A moment where the mind is not being pulled by a wire. He opens a wooden box, a relic of a forgotten time, containing a technology that does not connect, but rather, it finally disconnects. This device creates a bubble of absolute stillness, a vacuum where the digital noise of the city cannot penetrate or distract the mind. It is a sanctuary for the consciousness, a place where one can finally hear the sound of their own heart beating in the dark. Elias knows that in an age of constant noise, the ability to think for oneself is the ultimate luxury, worth more than any coin. High above the chaos, in a tower of glass and ego, the masters of the world are drowning in the very data they control. A billionaire looks at Elias's old sandals and sees something he cannot buy with all his wealth. A man who is actually here. The mogul has everything, yet his eyes are hollow. He is a prisoner of his own empire, suffocating under a mountain of virtual gold. His mind is a shattered mirror, reflecting 1,000 streams of information, but never the truth of his own existence in this moment. He reaches out for the silence that Elias offers, desperate for a single minute of peace in a life that has become a simulation. As the device activates, the blue holograms fade. The frantic pulses of the network are replaced by a soft, warm glow of reality. For the first time in years, the billionaire feels the weight of his own body, the breath in his lungs, and the stillness. It is a terrifying and beautiful moment. To be present is to realize what has been lost in the pursuit of the digital dream. They sit in the quiet, two men from different worlds, united by the simple, profound act of just being alive in the here and now. But the price of awakening is high. To see the world as it is, one must first look at the wreckage of what it became. Elias walks past children whose childhoods are being harvested by VR headsets, their minds locked in a playground of pixels and lies. He sees a tiny sprout, a miracle of biology, fighting through the concrete under the shadow of a gargantuan signal tower of the city. This is the real world, small, fragile, and demanding your attention. It does not shout. It simply exists, waiting for you to notice. Elias knows he cannot live in both worlds. He reaches for the connection in his neck, just the tether that binds him to the machine. He tears the chip away. It is a painful birth, a rejection of the synthetic for the sake of the blood and the bone. A drop of blood falls to the earth, a sacrifice for the right to see the sun without a filter, to feel the wind. The sun sets. And for Elias, it is the first real sunset he has seen in a decade. No longer a projection, but a truth. Presence is not a gift. It is a painful choice. You must let go of a million flashing lights to see one small green leaf. Suddenly, the system falters. The metaverse, a house of cards built on endless data, begins to collapse under its own massive weight. Screens tear, voices glitch, and the world of light becomes a world of static. The digital illusion is breaking apart in real time. People scream as their artificial senses are ripped away, leaving them blind and deaf in a reality they no longer know how to inhabit. Assyria towers spark and fail. The grid goes dark. The constant stream of information that defined their lives is suddenly, violently cut off. In the darkness of the city square, the panic is absolute. Without the light of the screen, they are lost in the physical world. But Elias remains still. He does not need the network to tell him who he is or where he stands in the grand design. He is the anchor in the storm. His silence is not a void, but a foundation. Oh, he is present while the world is falling. The amber light of his own peace radiates outward, a silent invitation to those around him to stop running and start just being. One by one, the people find their breath. They look at their hands, they look at each other, and they find the silence within. When the virtual world dies, the wealthy are the poorest of all. Only those who kept their inner silence remain truly rich today. The morning light reveals a new world, a world that is quiet, broken, and real. A world that requires your full, though undivided presence. The city is dark, but the stars are finally visible. The artificial glow has faded, revealing the ancient light of the deep universe. Elias takes a child's hand and points upward. He is teaching the next generation how to look at things that are actually there. No more pixels, no more ads. Just the infinite depth of the night sky and the warmth of a human hand in the dark. The stars do not want your data. They do not want your money. They only require your gaze to exist in your mind. The child sees the truth. The world is much larger than a screen, and much more beautiful than any code could ever simulate. Elias has stolen back the silence. He has returned the world to itself, one breath at a time, one person at a time. You are here, in this moment, not in the screen you hold, but in the air you breathe and the weight of your body. Take back your silence before the world puts a price on it. Just reclaim your mind from the algorithms that seek to own you. You have a value that cannot be calculated. The world is waiting for you to notice it. Are you still present with us right now?